Alright, now I have my pieces cut up to 1 inch, all 1 inch thick. They're different widths, but they're all the same thickness. So what I do, this is, you know, not the most correct way, but this is the way I like to do it. And it works pretty good because what it allows you to do, it allows you to get them flush in the front. I don't care what the bottom is really that much. So I just put a bead of glue. You don't need a lot of glue because it does ooze out. I prefer to spread it out just a hair because then at least it gets it a little more even than it just oozing all out.
Today logging 5,446 positive results to bring the total to 497,330 now at the current rate of the Sunshine.
So then I take my next piece. I have them all sitting here in order. So then I grab the next one that I want.
Coronavirus testing has resumed in Orange County, and for some, results may come back faster. We know this has probably been the single biggest issue.
I line it up at this end. I'm just gonna make all one end flush because I'm gonna cut both ends, but I'll make this end flush. You know, put your nail in. I'm using 2-inch nails. Put the nail in just a little bit from the end, so you when you cut it, you're not cutting through more nails.
Today, after being closed last week for Tropical Storm Isaias, Governor Ron DeSantis had announced yesterday.
I'll just go down and flush it. I push down when I'm doing it to get the glue tight. This is not structural by any means. This is just more of a decorative top, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I am going to put polyurethane or some kind of waterproof sealer on it.
I don't know how.
Some kind of sealer. Whatever I have. I may have a polyurethane. Put a nice clear coat. Let it fill in all the voids and let it dry. Type of deal. This is all scrap wood. You see those videos that say, you see all the videos that say, don't throw away scrap wood? Well, this one's true because this is all scrap.
Someone did it. I didn't get my IQ touch. So
I'm going to change the setting. I had it set deep. I'm going to set it less deep because this piece is thin. I don't want the nails blasting through it. Once in a while I'll change the direction because that kind of acts like a force where it can't pull back on it. This little piece really doesn't have any force on it.
Then 7 hours later, she got another call. Our bad, your husband's still alive. Chapman says she doesn't understand how that kind of miscommunication.
So just keep going. That's what I do. I just keep going. I might have to switch my glue, but it's just a slower drying glue. I can't believe I've used this much glue of this glue since I bought it. Apparently I have.
Chapman told right. Well, she told the News Herald
You don't have to worry about your glue. You can sand it off after. You can scrape it off. The shop I used to work at, we would take a rag and wipe it off before, in between each strip, but it's not as crucial.
What was that time differential between
This piece.
7 hours.
I like this piece. It has a rough side on it, which it doesn't really matter. The gluing, but this is some old dock wood. The nails can't even go through it. And I don't know what it is, but once wood sits out in the sun for a long time, in this Florida heat, this was a dock on a canal, and I had happened to come across some dock wood in somebody's bulk trash, and I brought it home to make old signs with it, and I couldn't believe how dense the wood had become. And maybe it's the sun beating on it, and I don't know, years of water. I don't know what caused it, but it is beautiful wood. It's like wood that has been found on the bottom of a river to me. I had no idea how good it wood is, and I've got access to a bunch of it, so
Still
I might be making
unclear
more
how
stuff
many
out of it.
workers are going to lose their jobs. Generally, those kinds of numbers aren't released. I
This
guess
one I'm going
the
to put a little extra glue
laid-off
because of the
workers, will receive severance pay and subsidized
the roughness to it.
Now, this comes just days after parent company Comcast announced its theme park revenue is 15 times smaller than it was last year. Now, from the flip side of business not going as good as you would like to the other side, Publix stores posted a $2.5 billion increase
$2.5
in sales
billion
for the first half of
increase.
2020 due to the outbreak of the
That's because nobody's
coronavirus.
going to restaurants.
We covered some of these numbers before because when the pandemic, when we first had the shelter at home.
Here in Florida, we have a grocery store called
their
Publix.
numbers were crazy. Well, it continued.
They said they had a $2.5 billion increase.
$11.4 billion in sales.
$11.4 billion.
From $9.3 billion for the same period last year. The grocery chain's net earnings also increased to
I wish that in Florida, that another company, like we have freaking Winn-Dixie, which is not even close to being a competitor to Publix.
I'm not. I probably should have been 1,000 times. I don't believe I.
You know, Whole Foods, I don't think they're, I wouldn't compare Publix and Whole Foods. Whole Foods are very nice inside, but they're expensive. Publix is relatively expensive unless you buy one get ones and stuff like that. But Winn-Dixie's are kind of run down and have limited stuff. So you know they don't have all the flavors of everything. They don't have all the top brands either. So I go to both. I go to Publix and Winn-Dixie, but I wish there was a competitor down here that would at least drive Publix prices down, like a Kroger. Bring a Kroger down here.
Apparently, the number of child pornography and exploitation investigations here in Central Florida has more than doubled since the start of the coronavirus outbreak.
I guess Sam's Club, or not Sam's Club, but Costco would be a competitor. But the ones down here are so busy.
He's warning parents that internet
they're so busy
have been able to target
that you wouldn't want to go.
Interestingly enough,
Yeah, the Costco that's by my house, packed all the time. I don't have a membership, but I thought about getting one. But at this point, I would be. You could see there's a lineup around the damn place constantly, and it has the gas station there. The gas station's always packed, always. So I'd only go there to get a few items.
I saw that it was
But
such a sad number. You know, I saw that this morning, and just like, well, it makes perfect sense. You know, those people aren't going. They don't think like you do, so they're not like, well, maybe I'll chill now. It doesn't work like that with those guys.
And unfortunately for a lot of parents, you think that as you can control,
just want to brush this one. It's got a little bit of sand and dirt on it. You don't want sand and dirt, obviously, in between your joints, because then they're not gluing all that well. This is the dirtiest piece that I've had yet so far. I found this in somebody's bulk trash. They had a bunch of cedar, and I love cedar, but I didn't find a lot of it. There was enough of it, at least some pieces that I could grab. And
don't even know how to answer this question. So, is it a simple yes?
Cedar's a nice, great wood to use, but it's super expensive. At least here in Florida, it's expensive.
As many guys as you want.
If you want to do a cedar fence, it costs you a fortune.
Is if you're a parent and I've got a kid that plays under Gamer 55 Johnny, and that's what I'm used to seeing, but he creates another gamer that goes into rooms that his parents don't know about and has conversations with people that they don't know about. And even if they did find a conversation, they wouldn't know that that person is associated with that account, right?
I think it's easier to do and hide on a PC.
Is it?
For PC gaming as opposed to console gaming, where it's pretty easy to see all the users there.
Well, you get the idea.
Yeah. Do you know what we're talking about?
I'll show you once I start sanding.
Can you convince me of that?
Yes. Pedophiles, getting a pedophile on.
with kids, because that's what they do.
That's the meaning of the word.
Okay, yeah.
And you're seeing, like, do they do it over gaming?
Yeah, but I apologize for
I got some editing to do. Sometimes I say I'm going to edit, but I don't. I say screw it.
Speaking
I
of,
just
being online,
torture
a
everybody with these
teenager
long,
allegedly organized a
drawn-out
massive
videos.
Twitter